Hey everybody, Sean here from BoredParacord. Today we are going to use these new clasps to do a hook and loop style closure, and we're going to do a fishtail weave, but instead of just 2 inner strands we're going to use 4. And then I have some microcord, about 4 feet of silver here with a micro fid. Everything in the video is in the description, so keep us in mind if you're looking for paracord. The first thing we want to do is with this clasp, we have a rounded side, which is the top, and the bottom side is more curved to match, the curvature of your wrist. So we'll just take both of our ends of cord, and I have about 12 to 14 feet of black cord here. This is just the 550 cord, and I'm running it through the top to the bottom side of this closure. Pull this all the way through until the cord, this is my center point here, and once I get that, then what I need to do is pull this back like this, and these are going to end up being our center cords. So let me back up just a little bit here. I think I want to make this a little brighter by just a tad. There we go. So as you can see, these inner strands are starting to twist already, so you want to make sure that you get this twist out of here before you even get started. Very important that this lays flat. There we go. We're getting a little closer, maybe a little more there, and I think that'll do. That's laying, well, it's still off a little bit here. Let's see, a little half twist there. Okay, that looks better. So these are going to be our 4 inner strands, and this end right here is also going to act as our loop for the loop closure. That's why you don't want this to twist. And it still seems like it wants to twist on me a little bit here, so let me turn this cord just a little. There we go. Alright, so once you have this and you have it at the length that you want, remember, this is going to create your bracelet. So this cord here is what we're looking at. So you want to make sure that that can go around that clasp, and it gives you a nice bracelet. Now, as you build the bracelet, it is going to fill in that inner diameter. So just be aware of that when you're measuring. Go a little longer than what you actually need. Alright, so I'm going to turn this over. So I have the clasp at one end, and I have strands that we're going to use. I'm going to take my left strand over to the left, and you should have something that looks like this. You've got your, let me back up just a little more here. So you've got your clasp here. You could use a buckle too, either way. A buckle is the same exact thing. You're just going through the buckle instead of going through here. And then you would go, instead of doing a loop, you would run it through the buckle on this end. Alright, so I was having a hard time doing this part of the video. Basically what it is you've got your loop here. This is your center point. It goes down through the buckle, or the clasp, comes back up. Now your right working end, all you're doing is going down through the middle and off to the left, and your left one's doing the same thing. Once you get to that point, you should have something that looks like this. Alright. And after that, you want to try and get these up towards the top, because you don't want a lot of room for this loop. The loop should really be pretty small. So I'm going to take my right cord now and cross over 2 center strands, or the 2 right strands, and down through the middle and off to the left. And once you get this going, it becomes a lot easier. It's just getting this started is kind of difficult while I'm doing this on the camera. Now you're going to take the top cord here that's here, go over the left 2 strands, down through the middle, and off to the right. And this is the normal pattern that you get for when you do the fishtail. So there we go, starting to see a little bit of a pattern here, and it'll become more evident the further you go. There we go. So I'll take the right one now, go down through the middle with it. You're going to loop it over and around this one on the right, go down through the middle, off to the left, just like that. Then take your left cord, do the same thing, cross it from behind over the left cord, down through the middle to the right side, and do that again on the right side now. So around, down through the middle, off to the left, and you can kind of see this pattern starting to take shape now. And at some point you're going to want to go back and pull a little bit of your cord through here for your loop to make this loop smaller. There we go. You want this loop to be pretty small because the clasp is pretty small. Alright, so when you're doing this, you're going to have a top cord and a bottom cord. You always want to start with the top cord here. So the top cord goes around, down through the center, off to the right. Then it wraps around the right side, same thing, down through the center, off to the left. And you just keep repeating this process until you get down to here. Take that top cord, around the left side, through the middle, off to the right, around the right side, down through the middle, off to the left. There we go. And you just keep going back and forth, back and forth. Cross, cross, switch cords. Just like that. 1, 2, 3. I got a new tripod. I'm not a big fan of this tripod. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. Alright, yeah, this tripod makes a lot of noise. Alright, so you can kind of see what we're doing here. We're making a fishtail with a loop at the end, and we're just going to go down here. Let me back up just a tiny bit here. So down through the middle, to the right, down through the middle, and then off to the left. And each time you do these, you kind of want to pull these tight so that it's nice and even on both sides. And you can kind of fix this as you go, tighten it as you go. And then afterwards, you can also go back with a small fid and kind of clean it up a little bit. Make everything look nice and uniform. There we go. And I mean, this one's a pretty easy one. I have another video on how to do the fishtail. So check that one out too. Hopefully this is clear enough for you. My lights aren't working too well, it doesn't look like. And I'm using black cord, that doesn't help. That's definitely not helping. So yeah, just take the top cord, cross, cross, down through the middle and off to the left. But I'm going to go ahead and get this all the way down here. I'll show you how to finish off the black, and then we'll add the micro cord barbed wire effect to it. Alright, so you can see I'm almost finished here. There we go. You see I'm almost finished here. I have gone ahead and put the fids on because you will need to use some fids. You could do it without fids. You just have to melt your paracord to a fine point, and you'd be able to push the cord down through this center hole here. So you're just going through with a fid just like you normally would. And you can actually do this weave really fast with a fid, I've noticed, especially once you get down to the end. So I think that may be the last one for that cord. Let's see where we're at with this one. And we're pretty close here. Let's see. think we'll leave that one there. And, well, yeah, we might be, I didn't leave myself enough cord here. Let's see. Pull this through. Oops. Okay, this was the one that should have went this way. There we go. Alright, so now we have both of our cords coming out through the middle right here. And this is a great spot to finish your weave. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the fids off because they're just extra weight at this point. So unscrew these real quick. That. And make sure that this is nice and tight right where we want it. Those can come around that way. Perfect. And all I'm doing is cutting this right up close to the actual bracelet itself. Cut those off. And then I want to melt those ends to the cords that are surrounding it. But I want to do it very slowly so that I don't burn everything around it. And then using the end of your scissors, or the side of your scissors, just press that in there so it's nice and smooth, just like that. That way it's not going to hurt you if it gets up on your wrist. You don't have those rough edges. Alright, so there's that. This, I mean, you could have a bracelet just right here. So this could be the finish of a bracelet if you wanted it to be. That's how you would close it, right there. But I want to go a step further, and I want to add a little bit of decorative to this. So what I have here is some microcord, and I have, let's see, I would say that's about 4 feet of microcord. So the way that we want to do this, I want to run 2 lines of microcord down the center. So from the back side, right where you just melted this, run your microfid through the center, trying not to pull those 2 out. Those actually did not melt right where I wanted them to, so let's try and do that again. Get that pressed in there. There we go. That's not going to come out now. Alright, so microcord down through the center, and you don't want to poke through the cord. So this is going to go through the center, bring it all the way through. Sorry about that, my phone was going off. And then leave a little bit hanging out here, because this is going to get, actually we're going to cut this right now. We're going to cut this off and melt this in place right where it's at. Just like that. So that's just going to be melted right onto there. And then our microcord is just going to go all the way down. We're going to go through the center of the bracelet again. Just like that. So we have one piece going right down the middle, just like that. We'll loop around one section, one piece of cord. Oh, and stabbed right through the microcord. Alright. And then come back. Oops. Oh, I am just having a time on this one today. There we go. And as we're working our way back down, we want to go around this. Kind of, wow, this got hooked on my tripod. There we go. We just want to do like a we want to make this look like it's being twisted, just like traditional barbed wire. So it has like a twisted look to it. So as you go under this, see how we're creating this twisted look right here? You're just doing this a few times. Going through it. And this will all get kind of tightened up onto itself because we're going to come back and maybe do a few more here, 2 more maybe. Go do a couple in one. There we go. Alright, and then we'll pull all the slack through here, just like that. So now we have kind of a twisted look to it. So once you have this twisted, then we're going to kind of attach it to itself. And let me zoom in just a little here. My microcord is super twisted. Get that untwisted there. I'm going to go down through the center again, just like that. And we're going to, so we're coming out the back side here. We want to bring this up through one of these edges. So we can do it through this one. So what I mean by the edge is you want to come up between these 2 cords here like that. And then we're going to wrap the microcord around the centerpiece 4 times. So that was 1. This is 2, 3, 4. And as you do this, your microcord is going to get twisted a little bit. And then on the 5th one, instead of going under, we're just going to take it and go around this side, like this, and go through the little gap there. Now once you go through this gap, you're going to then, so now we're back here. So you want to go through, take your microfit and go underneath of 2 of these, just like that. So it keeps getting caught. Alright, so pull that tight now. So there's the first section of the barbed wire, and get that in there. That should be all set now. There we go. So that looks good. Now it's coming out through here. So we were going to take this directly across, and we want to count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we want our next one to come up through there. Just like that. So that's our 5th spot. And then we're going to go, sorry about that, got my tools in the way here. So now we're going to go 5 or 4 times around this one. So there's 1, 2, I'm having quite a time today, tell you what. There's 2, 3, so there was 3. I gotta get my microcord untwisted here again. There's 3. This is 4. It's 4, and then this one's going to go down and through, just like before. Oh, sorry about that. I was a little off camera, wasn't I? So once you have that, then you do the same steps, but we're going to do it all the way down. So I'm going to go ahead and get this finished up, and then I'll be back to show you how to finish off the bracelet. Okay, so you can see I'm pretty much at the end of this now. I kind of messed this one up right here, but that's okay. And also, if you notice here too, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 of the 550 strands here in between each section where it comes up through. So basically it's the same thing on both sides. So you bring this up, go around your 5, go under 2, So you go under 2 on this side, take it across, and go under 3, and then come out right here and do your 5, go under 2, take it across, go through 3 of them, and come back out here. So that's kind of the methodology or the method of doing that. And then just bring your cord through the back side and cut it off. Oops, there we go. We're going to melt that right there. Just like that. And that's pretty much it. The beginning, I didn't do it quite right on the beginning here. So don't look at that. Just do the method that I showed you for this section here. And you'll end up with something that looks pretty nice. Looks like barbed wire on a fishtail. And then you've got the new clasp here, which works pretty well with a loop. The loop just kind of goes around and holds on for that. And like I said, everything that you see in this video is available on BoredParacord.com. And thanks for watching. I am getting videos out now once a week again. Now that I'm here I'm actually in my store doing these after hours, so it gives me a little bit of time to make these videos, but I really do miss everybody watching my videos and making these videos for you. So thanks again for watching, and until next time, paracord on. Do me a quick favor and hit that subscribe button to your left. There's other great videos all the time, and there's a few to the right side of the screen, and you can also buy Paracord at our site with the link at the bottom left. Thank you again for watching.